I'm using my Canon XA50. I'm shooting 1080p, 60 frames per second, 35 megabits per second. Normally I shoot 4K, 30 frames per second, 160 megabits per second, which will have more detail in the footage. But I'm just trying this out on 1080p 60, just to see what kind of footage I can get. It's misting right now, so this Canon, one downside of this camera, which ain't a big downside, is it's not weather sealed. And what does weather sealed mean? Well, it's simple. It means it has like rubber seals in here that keep moisture out of the camera, around the camera where it joins together, the parts. So it's not rubber sealed. It's not weather sealed. How does it look? So it's a cool day today. It's cool. It's I'm trying to adjust things to see how it looks. It's not bad. It's slightly misting right now. Now earlier we had a slow steady rain, and it rained pretty good overnight. Here's my 3 trash cans. This thing has optical stabilization. That means or embodied stabilization built into the lens, built into the camera, so it helps it a little bit with the stabilization when you're walking. Of course, it's not going to be as smooth as my GoPro Hero 11 Black Mini or my DJI Pocket 2. And it looks pretty good, I think, overall. At least it does in the viewfinder. This is a little test. The wind is usually blowing, but as you can see right now, it's not. Here's the dogwood trees. Let's do a little zoom in on them. There's dogwood trees everywhere blooming. They bloomed early because we had 2 weeks of warm weather. And it's been kind of warm over the last 30 days compared to our normal temperature this time of year. I can't stand here long because this camera's not weather sealed. See how it looks like there's smoke over there on the mountain? That's why East Tennessee's, these mountains are called Smoky Mountains. All the way from Sevierville, Gatlinburg, or Pigeon Forge, all the way up to Virginia. The mountains look like that. On overcast days, cloudy days, they look smoky. Gray, smoky looking. See there? How does the footage look, my friends? Just a little walking talk test. That wall needs to be pressure washed. Would you agree? Get little ornaments on the wall here. That me and Sonya's been collecting, putting up here over the last 4 or 5 years. 4 years, I think. We've been here almost 7 years, but thing has a clear zoom, I tell you. It really does. Alrighty, let's go down here to where my car is. As you can see on the asphalt down there, it is wet. It's still lightly misting. I'm going to go in the house. Thanks for watching this little short video, my friends. I appreciate it. It's a cloudy day. Little camera test with a Canon XA50. It shoots the best on 4K, at 4K 30 frames, 160 megabits per second. But the thing about using 60 frames, so I'm using 1080p 60, that means 60 frames. If you're panning left and right, now if you're shooting 4K 30 frames per second or 24 frames per second, the lower the frame rate, when you're panning, you need to pan really slow. Now, if you're shooting 60 frames per second, you can pan a little faster and it looks smooth. Or if you're shooting like 1080p 120 frames per second, you can get smooth footage. Alright, my friends, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. We got a little wind starting to blow. My spinners are slowly spinning. I've got to get in the house. I love everybody. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for supporting my channel. Thanks for always hanging out with me, listening to my big mouth. The big mouth of the South. Leave those comments. Give me a thumbs up. How's the weather in your neck of the woods? Leave it in the comments. We're going to start turning off like winter tonight, and for the next week and a half, it's going to be like winter. So we went from like spring weather to back to winter. Right now it's kind of cold. Tonight's going to be cold, I think. Tomorrow, there's one day it's only going to be high 42. I think it's either tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday, somewhere in there. Well, comments down below. You give me those thumbs up. Share my videos. Help me to grow right here on the Big O Show. I love everybody. Be happy. Be positive. Be focused. Stay away from negative people. Try to do the right thing. And I will see you all on down the road, my friends. On down the road is where I see you into the future.